So I am finally back from, what was that? I'm finally back from my trip to Egypt, and it was absolutely crazy. It was an incredible experience and I'm so happy I went. I've never really traveled. I've been to like the States once, and I went to Cuba when I was a little kid, but other than that I haven't really experienced any other culture. And this was such a crazy, cool culture to experience, and I loved it. It was a really great time. Okay, so wow, why does this look so fucking bad? Anyways, I just want to state, I am so fucking tired in this video, so I am so sorry because I'm really fucking boring. And I was gonna redo it and with more, oh, no, cheat, okay, no. I was gonna redo it, with more pizzazz, but I'm still too tired, and it's been like a week. Okay, I'm tired. Sorry. I didn't do like a lot of vlogging. I took like a lot of videos and stuff, but I just didn't feel comfortable in front of my parents to vlog. So I didn't do that. So I'll just explain what I did on here, and then I'll add in the clips of things I saw. So I arrived, and first of all, it was insane arriving because I forgot all about having to need a visa and to purchase it and whatever. So I had like a small panic attack getting through security in Egypt. After that, we went straight to my parents' place because they live there and they'll be living there for another year or so. And I didn't really get to see anything driving from the airport to their city is called 6th of October. I didn't really get to see anything. It was dark, I was tired, I was really sleeping most of the time. They don't have a car though. They have a personal driver named Ahmed, and he was really nice. And the thing about driving in Egypt is that it's a nightmare. It's actually crazy to be driving in Egypt. They literally told me not to wear a seatbelt because they said, what's it gonna do if you get in a car crash? That's how crazy it is. Because like if you get in a car crash, like you're gone. And they don't really have, like, in here in Canada we've got, you know, lines and you stay within those perimeters of those lines. They don't do that in Egypt. They also communicate solely through honking their horn. They also don't have any they don't have any designated areas for people to walk or cross, so people will just like run in front of your car, and that's nice. It was terrifying actually. But we arrived, we didn't do anything for the first couple of days. We really only went to two malls, the Mall of Egypt and the Mall of Arabia, because we didn't want to do any touristy things until after Christmas. But it was really nice. The Mall of Egypt is crazy. I loved it so much. It's huge, and they even have a ski hill in a mall. I don't know, it's crazy. It was really nice. We went during Christmas time, obviously, and there's this huge toy store where all their employees dressed up as toys and marched around and like gave out coupons for their store. That was really cute. I love that so much. Then we had a nice little Christmas and a Christmas dinner. So one of the first places we went to is actually the oldest markets in the world. It's called the Khan Market. We went when it was dark out. No, we went when it was just about sundown, so it was dark for most of the time. It's crazy. It was really, oopsies. It's honestly really, really cool. It's like this area with a whole bunch of walkways and streets, and at each side of you there's just a string of little stores. It's not like they're like open stores, so they don't have any walls, they don't have any doors. It's just like they've got sections and they have their things all put up. A lot of the people will bother you while you're walking down, so they'll like throw things in your face and they'll be like, oh, 10 pounds. But yeah, so they'll bother you quite a bit. But yeah, it was really, really, really cool. They had a lot of cool stuff. You can't see it, but I'll post like a video or picture of me with it, and it's the statue of Isis. We didn't spend a lot of time in there because it's really just like mostly a lot of markets, and there's a few places where you can go to sit down and eat. sadly though, like while I was taking pictures, this little boy came up to me, and some people will actually get their children, like teach their children how to go up to people and ask for money or try and sell things, which is kind of sad. That's just what they do, so you kind of have to put up with it. What is going on? Also, we went to downtown CAIRO, and that was really, really cool. When we went there, we went to a jewelry store. I think it was called Princess, and I've got a clip of it getting put on me, my necklace. But I got this necklace. It's a cross, and I think it's about 18 karat gold, and which is really, I love it so much. And I got this. It's just a little flower, and it sparkles. Sadly, the sparkle is not like real diamond. It's cubic zirconia or whatever it is, but still really, really nice. I love it so much. Here's the thing about being in Egypt that pissed me off the most. Oh my god, ew, ew. So I'm gonna stop you right there. This is where I go on to explain. I try and explain it in a funny way. I'm trying to explain the fact that when you're in Egypt, you do not have toilet paper. If you wanna go pee or take a shit and you're out in public at the, I don't know, like downtown CAIRO like I was, you will not have toilet paper in your bathroom stall. So I go on to explain a situation where I had to pee really bad, and I was not gonna leave until I could go pee. So we stopped by a KFC. I had to run in the traffic, which I don't like doing. And I go in the KFC, I go up, and then there's a line. I stand in line, I'm waiting, and then this lady who's beside me, she points at me, and then she points at the men's washroom, and I'm like, okay, sure. So then I go in, I look down. First of all, the toilet seat is covered in what I'm guessing is a lot of pee. Hopefully, I don't know. So I use my foot, I lift up the seat. Obviously, I don't let my butt touch the toilet seat. I like do this like mid-air squat thing, and I like make sure that I don't pee everywhere. So I do that, I look over, no toilet paper. Go figure. But thankfully, I brought my own toilet paper, used that, and then what I find out is that there's no fucking soap. So I won't be returning to Egypt anytime soon until I have a year's worth of sanitizer and therapy. So that was the end of that day. We go home, we're tired, we literally knock out at like 10 p.m. And then the next day we wake up and we go see the pyramids, which was obviously, you're going to Egypt, you had to see the pyramids. It's crazy because when you live in Egypt, there's literally a street that my friend drives down where you can see the pyramids of Giza. Like, imagine living in a place where you can just go down a street and see one of the 7 wonders of the world. That's crazy. I go down the street and I see a Domino's. But to me, that should be one of the 7 wonders in the world. I fucking love Domino's. So anyways, we go down, we see the pyramids, and it's crazy, it's beautiful. There would probably be about, like, height-wise, it's about 3/4 of me, so like maybe 5 feet. And lengthwise, probably about the length of me. So it's fucking huge. We didn't go inside the pyramids. I wanted to originally, but then I told it was really, really cramped, and I don't really do well with small spaces, so I decided against it. What I did end up doing though is that I rode a camel, which was a fucking experience, let me tell you. So there's this one place you go to, and it's where you can perfectly see the 3 pyramids. And I forget what it's called, like the I don't know, it's called something. And so we went there, we took a few pictures, and that's where we went to go see the camels. And it was a little sad seeing them though, I won't lie, just because they tie the mouths of the camels to these huge stone blocks in the ground. So they're really like bent over like that while they're resting, which is kind of sad. But yeah, so we went to one of the camels, and I can't even like begin to explain how crazy it was. I got my friend to take a video of me getting on it, and it was crazy. Like, the entire experience of being on a camel is so much different than being on a horse, because I used to like ride horses a lot, and it's fine because they're really stable and they're not like as high up. But being on a camel, you're up there, you're all the way up there, and it's so bouncy. And it took me a while, but after like 3 minutes my body got adjusted to it and it was all fine. The issue with me is going up was fine. I could go up for days. But when you're on a camel, it's going down that terrifies me, because you're just like, you're going down there. But yeah, so after like a little while we got off, and we also, me and my stepdad got little necklaces. I got a little cartouche, so you can kind of see it. This is what mine looks like. I've got the little lotus flower at the top, and then I've got my name in hieroglyphics right there. That was my pyramid experiment. It was really, really great. I'm pretty sure we didn't do anything afterwards. I'll put it in if we did, but I don't think so. So a few days after, we actually went on like a 4-day, 3-night cruise. It was a cruise where the boat went down or up the Nile River, and it started in Luxor and it went down all the way to Aswan. We didn't like do much on the boat, but we had like a little tour guide come and pick us up, and we went to go see a whole bunch of temples from a lot of the gods. We went to see the Temple of Horus, Temple of Luxor, Temple of Karnak, and like a few more temples. It was really, really cool. I really loved it. It was so hard for me to like really make the connection that like I went to places that like thousands of years ago, you know, like all these ancient Egyptians built this place, and they were walking where I walked and held celebrations there and prayed there. It's crazy. It's I don't know why it was such a hard connection for me to make, but oh my god, it's crazy just thinking about it. So yeah, that's what we did majority of the time while being on the cruise. We saw a lot of the temples. Oh yeah, also on one stop we went to go see the Valley of the Kings, which is really cool. It's like little tombs for all of the kings. And we also went to go see the tomb of Hatshepsut, something like that. I love the story of Queen Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut was really that bitch. She was something, and it's really cool. It's a really good story. But on the way to one of the little temples, we got to go on a horse-drawn carriage thing. That was really, really cool. I like that a lot. We also went on a boat to get to the Temple of Isis, which that was nice as well. And on the last night, we got to go to one of probably the best hotel I've ever been to in my entire life. I got one of the suites with my friend, and it was incredible. It was such an experience. And then the next day we went back to, I think the next day we just drove to the airport at Aswan and flew back to Cairo. I didn't do much the last day because I left the night that day, so it was mostly just us resting and packing. There's quite a few crazy things about Egypt that I noticed. Sadly, there's an abundance of stray animals, mostly dogs and cats, and you'll see them a lot in the neighborhoods. My neighborhood had one. I called him Jack. I really loved that dog. He was a cutie. He was very kind. He'll just like run and bark at you if you're a stranger, which didn't happen to me because I was like around my family, so he trusted me, and now he knows me, so it was fine. But it's really sad. A lot of people will take it upon themselves to bring the dogs food and water. I've seen that quite a few times. I didn't get to do that because whenever I had food, it was food that I can't give to dogs, so that's a little sad. Also, on one of the days, there's one religion that I haven't really heard of a lot. It's called Coptic Christian, and similar to being a Christian, but of course differences, they celebrate Christmas on the 7th of January. So my friend who was with us, she took me to 2 churches where we went and volunteered and did some arts and crafts with the kids and had some little treats with the kids. But yeah, we did that, and it was really nice, and it was great to meet all the kids. And it's sad because I don't speak Arabic, so it was hard for me to communicate with the kids, and so I had to do like a lot of hand movements. It was a lot, but it was something. But the kids were amazing, and I'm so grateful I had, such an opportunity to go in and make Christmas a little bit better for them. Because a lot of them just don't have that much. They don't know that there are things out there that are better, so we try and make the moments and the things that they have to be really, really great and memorable. If anything, just really happy. I think that's all I have for my Egypt story. I hope so. There's a lot of like little small details or stories that happen that aren't really relevant to this, and this is probably as long as I should make it. So if there's anything else, I will definitely include it in the end. all in all, I'm very grateful for my opportunity, and I'm so blessed that I was able to experience such an interesting and beautiful country as Egypt, and I can only pray that I'll have the same experience to go back and see everyone again and experience the same things that I did. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked it. I'm terribly tired, and that's why I don't have as much energy as I usually would. I'm so tired. I just traveled for 19 hours. It's not fun. It's not an experience. I don't want to. Me and traveling are on a break right now. We're gonna see other people. I'm gonna see my bed for the next couple days, I think, and ice cream, and eventually the gym. I need a good God. Alright, I will see you guys next time I decide to upload something. I don't know when that's gonna be, but it's gonna be sometime. So thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you want. It can be whatever. Tell me where you've gone. Let me see where you guys did over the Christmas or winter break. I'm very curious to see what people are up to. Alright, I'll see you guys later.